Okay, this is live stream. Today's live stream is about one article about the New York Times. That report describes the Free Russian Legion, Russian volunteers who are on the side of Ukraine and do against Russia. They are far rightist, and some of them are even Nazis. On that even neo-Nazis. And this report described that the Ukraine that suggests that the Ukrainian government should keep distance to those free Russian to the free Russian Kurds, because that if a Ukrainian government have too much close relationship with them, they maybe have the space for Russia to spread their propaganda about the relation between Ukrainian government and Nazi. So this is a report of the New York Times. Report of the New York Times newspaper, guys. But this is not very super, or this is not very preferable, because and actually that the denazification, everyone knows that the Russia's denazification is totally nonsense. So really care about the Nazism of the Russian volunteer corps is also should also be a nonsense. Let me tell you why. The first thing is that the definition of the Russia, definition of the Nazism in Russia is far different to the those Nazism definition in the Western world. In the Russia's government definition, Nazism means that someone the Russian government hates, even that the hater. Even the ones Russian government hate is Jews. They also Russian government still described them as Nazis. So this is for example during the post-Soviet era, when the 1960s, the Soviet government hates Israel. They doesn't like Israel because Israel launched several Middle East war in the 1960s and do against Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq, and Jordan, and Egypt. And those days are pro-Soviet Union. And Israel has received many aid from the United States and the Western world, so that the Soviet government hate Israel very much. So in the Soviet propaganda, they describe the Israelis as Nazis. They describe that the Israelis like they wear the Jewish custom, but they have a Nazi symbol on their arms. So this is the post-Soviet tradition, and there are many political committees. And among those political committees, they described Soviet government described not Jewish as the most diligent students of Hitler. Yes, this is true. To describe Jewish as the most diligent student of Hitler. Yeah, this is the really nonsense. Really nonsense. Really nonsense of the Nazi of the Soviet government. So past by until today, Russian government still have this kind of definition, like their foreign minister of the foreign affairs, Lavrov. Last year, on April 2022, he said that Hitler was Jewish, and he described to the he received an interview of the Italian TV and said, "Oh, those Jewish Nazis." Then the Jewish the Israeli government has announced a very harsh announcement and ordered uploads to apologize immediately. Then uploads refused to apologize and even said that the Jewish Hitler is also a Jewish, and then the Israeli is more and more extremely furious, and they threatened they will take some actions against Russia. Then Putin has called phone to the Israel and apologized to the prime minister of to the president of the Mississippi, president of prime minister of the Israel Bennett. So then the thing has the whole event is over, and that this thing described that the Nazism definition of Nazism is still remains Soviet of Russia is still far different to the those neo-Nazi definition of Western world, and the most important definition about Nazism is anti-Semitism. But in Russia, they don't care about anti-Semitism. They don't care about racism. They don't care about some nationality. They just care about the Russian government's preference. The men they prepared, even they are real a Nazi, they won't say they are Nazi. If the Russian government doesn't have a person, even they are non-Nazi, they will declare them as Nazi. Because if Russia has resources for Russian propaganda to have a very good propaganda work, and then they can use Photoshop to create some Nazi symbol on the soldier or on some land and describe them as Nazi. This is pretty simple. This is low cost. So there's no way for us to really care about the Nazism problem or inside the Free Russian region, because even Free Russian region is not Nazi. In Russian government's eye, they are Nazi. Even Free Russian region is a real neo-Nazi. In Russia's eye, they are still Nazi. So whether Free Russian region is real Nazi or not, doesn't matter. Russia's government already take them as Nazi. So this is not very important for us to emphasize or for us to discuss about it. And the second problem is that it's very strange for the real Nazis engaging in volunteer soldiers group. We can know that someone who wants to do revolution, it's not always someone very normal, very moral, a very virtuous guy. But in general, most cases of the revolutionaries always has some certain problem. They tend to have some criminal records. They tend to be not satisfied with the current situation. They want to take a bet. They have a gamblers situation. Want to take one event to change his life. So this is all the various change. These are all the change of the all the very normal psychological situation of revolutionists. And the Free Russian Legion, the Free Russian Corps, the Russian volunteer soldiers, are one of the revolutionists. So this kind of group, in generally, naturally, had many kind of extremists, because the extremists is the ones who are most likely to risk their life in order to achieve their goal. Okay, the extremists have this certain kind of tendency. So that is why that maybe the Free Russian leader has a far right political view. It's really simple. It's really really understandable, and this is really a normal thing and shouldn't be discarded very serious and shouldn't be described very dramatically because this is very simple. There's not a normal man, not many normal men, not many virtuous guys want to risk their life, engage in a country which doesn't belong to which doesn't belong to him or her. Yeah, and in Russia the thing is more and more complicated because in Russia the information is very untransparent. So the one who want to do against Russia via the violence, they are in general extremists. For the normal people, they like to use a non-violent way. They like to use protest, or they just immigrant to the abroad, like go to US and like to go to Latin America, like go to Europe, like go to Taiwan. Yeah, exactly. And for those guys, they tend to use peaceful way or some not harmful way to protest, to fight against the Russian government. But for extremist guys, they tend to use assassination, they tend to use joint course, they tend to use some extreme way, they tend to use some dangerous way to achieve their goal. So this is very simple about the this is very simple that. And like why the Free Russianists are full of the far rightists and some of them are even neo-Nazis. And so we don't need to take them very seriously because those guys are in general very likely to occur in the Free Russian region. This is understandable and we should. But then in general, what they do is they are on the right side. They are helping Ukrainian people get rid of the war. They are helping the war end earlier. They are helping Ukrainian army fight against their enemy. They are help to attract to get the Russian government's attention in order to benefit the war. So their dedication is minimal. They are doing the right thing, no matter what is their political view. What they do now is good. Yeah. So I don't think we should to take them very seriously. I don't think we should take them very we should blame their political view very harshly because those guys are not doing a good thing. If you want to really revise them or you want to get the things right, maybe you can do aftermath. You maybe the war and you can investigate them and punish them. But I don't think you should punish them or you should slam them during the war. Yeah, this is not very preferable thing. This is my point of view. And the second thing is that does Russia really do the denazification inside their country? No. Russia has the biggest population of the neo-Nazis inside their country. And the Moscow Square, every year, Moscow Square has the neo-Nazis parade. There are full of neo-Nazis inside the St. Petersburg Square, and there are many of the extremists inside, and they are not arrested. And one of the founder of the Wagner group called Pushkin. He is the open neo-Nazi and he has openly openly raised his hand as a Nazi gesture and wear the Nazi symbol openly and do the anti-Semitism openly. Then did he be punished by Russia? No. Until now, he is still Russia's national hero and patriot because he has founded Wagner troop and solved a lot of problems of Putin. So Putin liked him. So that's why he is not being punished. So why should we consider the accusation of a country who take a Nazi, a real neo-Nazi, as national hero? Why should we need to care about the denomination so seriously? I don't think so. At least it's illogical from the bottom of my heart. I think this is totally illogical. So that I don't think that Nazi purpose should be one thing for discussion in this world. This is something we need to discuss between Jewish and European. This is not a thing we need to discuss between between Ukraine and Russia. This is totally unrelated issue about Nazism. Okay, this is my today's live stream. I will see you next time. Bye bye.